Hi guys, I'm here with the love of my life, and today I have a video for you inspired by an insanely masterful album that just came out by Rosalia named Lux, and I've just been so entranced by the album that I was like, I love her style. I think she has such a unique and edgy, effortless style that I was like, why don't I scroll down Pinterest and see what outfits I can recreate? So we're gonna try on some outfits inspired by Rosalia's street style, and I can't wait to show you what I come up with. Okay, well, so for the first outfit, I'm going to do a skirt, and she wears tons of skirts, especially pleated skirts, a lot of midi skirts, a lot of mini skirts. So I have this pleated Tommy Hilfiger midi skirt that I thrifted a little while ago, and it's actually one of my favorite pieces that I wear a ton and I get a lot of compliments on. And then I have this silk shirt from J. Crew that I also thrifted a while ago, and I like to wear it off the shoulder. It's really a cowl neck, but I freaking love that off the shoulder look, and I think that's very Rosalia también also. And let's see, in some of her pins there are pops of colors, but she does stick to a pretty neutral palette, and she wears a lot of boots, a lot of chunky footwear. So I don't have tons of chunky footwear, but I do have these red boots. And the thing I like about styling things that I find inspirational is that you kind of can play with it and make it your own based on what you have in your closet, and that actually makes it a little bit more unique to you and to your actual character. So these boots, I have a lot of cowboy-esque shaped boots. Where I live, it's the western part of the US, so thrift stores have a lot of cowboy boot styles. That's just the fashion here. So I think that's looking insanely gorgeous. I think that is very Rosalia coded. I'm thinking if I should add a belt, but she doesn't tend to wear a lot of belts and bags. Since it's something that I want to wear out, I would probably go with this kind of bag, very Y2K. I think it's very Rosalia. And I actually adore this. I think this is very emblematic of her style. I think look number one is a hit, and it's definitely something that I freaking would wear. It's just stunning. And again, if my clothes has dog hair on it, it's just inevitable. You saw that beautiful creature. So the next look that I freaking adore from her is one where she's wearing like this Edwardian style dress. It's just like an antique beauty. It is a midi, mine is a maxi, but again, we're going with stuff we have in our closet, stuff that works for us, and maxi lengths are my preferred length in clothing, but I do have, you know, other stuff as you've seen. But she kind of pairs up and she toughens up this feminine, romantic style garment, and I'm going to attempt to do that. So she has like a black coat, longish coat over the dress, and I have this really cool long, it's not exactly black, but I think it's like a navy / gray kind of color, and it has this button detail, which is, I don't know, it feels steampunk in a way, but it gives that edge. So let me unbutton this. And then she really toughens it up with some platforms. Like I said, I don't have a lot of chunky styles, but I do have this platform that I haven't worn in ages. It's like my concert boot because I'm short. I like to not be blocked by tall people. So this is like my fail-proof way of rocking out in a crowd and being able to see the band. So I love these. There's no laces in them right now, don't pay attention to that. But I feel like it almost lends to the grunginess of the vibe, which she tends to have, like that grungy, rough look that I do absolutely love. So let's see, how do I feel about this? It is pretty cool. I don't know, for me, I don't think I'd wear them with these boots, so I might try just another fit, but this is very, like, hers are tall boots, but these are the only platforms, like, that I have, like, platforms. But it does definitely roughen up the look. It is unexpected, which she does a lot of that juxtaposition. It's just not me. And I've put a black bra underneath to kind of like, again, enforce that like, I don't care attitude. It's almost punk. She, I think, is freeing the nip. However, I can't do that on YouTube. And probably in real life I wouldn't. Even though if it was more societally accepted, I totally wouldn't give a damn. I would not. But yeah, I don't want to offend people, and I like to avoid being yelled at or something by some kind of Puritan. But yeah, this is really cute. But like I said, I'm gonna make it more Nikki. And I think for me, I would rather go with a sleek boot. However, it still gives you that rock and roll flair because of the, you know, the black, the pointed, well, elongated toe. It's also over the knee, which if you saw my first video on YouTube, I did wear that with another dress. And let's see if I like this better. Yeah. For me, as a petite, I think just the sleekness looks better. I think Rosalia's like 5'5", so it works for her. But this still gives that edge. It's pretty cool. It's a very easy outfit to wear, like just kind of gallivanting around town. I think she even has like an umbrella on. But I do like that. Yeah, that's a really cool fit. It's definitely not something I would have thought up on my own. I don't know if Rosalia has a stylist or if she styles herself, but these kind of exercises help me to kind of like play around with what I already own and thinking of them in different ways that I couldn't imagine by myself. So I do love a good Pinterest moment and a good celebrity inspo for that, and I'm vibing with this, especially because I live in a warmer climate, and fall, winter, the temperature fluctuates so much throughout the day, so this would be perfect. Like once it gets hot in the peak of the day, you can just wear it like that and the boots, and then when you get chilly, throw on your coat. I do like that. So I'm actually kind of surprised at how many outfits I can recreate by Rosalia. I thought her style was a lot edgier than mine, and I do tend to love edgy looks. Like, I swear to you, I wear them a lot, and I feel almost my most authentic self in those kind of fits. For some reason, they just vibe with my essence. I don't know. But I also wear a lot of fun, colorful, frilly things, so I didn't really think that I could recreate her outfit so well. However, she does have this outfit that I'm absolutely obsessed with. It's very romantic. It has that roughly pirate-esque top to it. And then her pants are low-waisted. They're a little bit more fitted in terms of the leg, the thigh area, kind of like a flare. But I do love it. And she has a cross on. I don't own a cross because I am not a Christian or religious for that matter. This is the vibe. this is the vibe of that fit, and I think it's very spot on. Like the puddling, her fit is very puddled as well. Is this not the fit? I almost want to roughen it up a little bit more with a belt. So yeah, just to make it feel a little bit more me and to just add some interest to that low waist of the pant, because her pants are, I think, extra low, I wanted to highlight that. And I think this belt is really cool and it adds more of that like grunginess to it. It is a Western belt, which I just, you know, turned around so it's not really competing with the necklace. And I think that's a vibe. So this fit bleeds in perfectly to the next fit because she's wearing these Adidas track pants with like an oversized white shirt, and I think I might keep this one on. And the fun thing about what she did with the track pants is that she actually added like pole dancer shoes, like stripper shoes. I don't have anything like that, with a clear bottom. And so what would I do to kind of emulate that? And again, with her style, it's very effortless, very haphazard, thrown on, and it's actually a great challenge for me because I like to dress in a way that kind of flatters me more. Since I am so short, it's hard to get away with like big, boxy, oversized, but she doesn't care. She, even though she has a curvy body, a gorgeous curvy body, she wears things that back in the day, traditionally, classically, would have been faux pas or no-nos, and she doesn't give a damn. She rocks it and she looks freaking awesome. I think that's what makes her look so unique and awesome. She just really isn't trying. It looks like she's not trying, and she has her very sexual, beautiful body forming outfits. She also has like, she has the polar opposites with a very oversized, very rough, very free outfits, and I just love that juxtaposition in her style. So my most platformy shoes, that's what I'm gonna try. But yeah, the outfit had a lot of interest in terms of the shoes, so I'm gonna do these big platforms, but I think I'm gonna wear socks with them because she does have a lot of looks with socks as well. So I'm just gonna go with these sheer knee-high socks, just to add another level of like interest to the outfit and the shoe. So I'm just adding that now. And it does look like her Adidas are like tucked in a little bit. Adidas track pants do tend to be so long from what I've ever noticed. I don't know if I'll have to tuck in though, we'll see. But I think she may have just done that for styling as well. But yeah, with the suede of these shoes, it kind of gives it more of that fall winter vibe, which is perfect for the season we're in. So I did leave all these buttons open and I just closed the collar on the top. I do freaking love this. Like, it's kind of sick. I think for my bag, to give it that rough edge, I'm gonna go with one of my favorites. My Paco Rabanne chainmail bag. And I think that actually looks pretty dope. So yeah, and I kept the same top, which I actually love with this outfit. And I mean, that's just goes to show that, like, rewear your pieces, style them differently. Don't just wear one freaking outfit and if you put it on Instagram then you can't wear it again. No, like, that's how you build up your style repertoire and your kind of like iconic look, is rewear those pieces. Boo. Okay, so for the last outfit, which I realized I could do a lot more with what I have, I'm so happy that I kind of went down this stroll and the music inspired me to look into her styling because I know she's a fashion icon. But the last look that I wanted to style for you is another pleated skirt. She does a lot of mini skirts in the pleat. So I have this vintage 1970s pleated skirt, very schoolgirl-esque. The whole look, I love it. It does feel almost a little bit more costumey to me. This might be the least likely for me to wear. The only reason why I think I don't love it or wouldn't wear it as much is because this skirt, the pleats are kind of like worn out, like they are barely pleated anymore, and I feel like the pleated skirts that she wears are more solid colors and they look a little bit more modern, whereas this looks very like dated 1970s. But I mean, I do like the overall aesthetic. I do like the fit, the proportion. I love a sock with a shoe. She does have a belt in one of the videos, so I think I'm gonna style up that Western belt again because of the studs. It kind of toughens it up even more. I think that's what it is. Like her look is more tough, and whereas this almost feels more like girly, schoolgirl. This top is a collaboration with Salvador Dali and Paco Rabanne again. Every year for my birthday, I get myself something designer, and I make sure that it's something that is not full price as well. Luckily, my birthday is in December, so a lot of the sales are going on at that time. I do like it with the belt, and I think I would even wear the buckle in the front and to the side, and that kind of like toughens it up even more. I do like that, and I think adding the Y2K Coach bag helps a lot too. Takes it away from that costume style, and I'm starting to like it even more. So yeah, those are my Rosalia inspired outfits. I hope you like them. Most of them are really wearable. Some are a little bit out of my comfort zone. So yeah, thanks for watching. My doggy says goodbye and we love you.